Welcome to day 5 of your Cricut crash course, and today we're talking about the text box options. When you initially add your text box to your canvas, it's going to look something like this. When you unselect it, there's going to be no options, but when you reselect it, you'll see that things pop up right here. So you'll notice that right up at the top, it says Cricut. That means if you have Cricut access, you do have access to these actual fonts. If you don't have Cricut access, you can have access to these fonts by purchasing them for $4.99. Keep in mind, when you lose Cricut access, you lose the access to the fonts to be able to print them. But if you purchase them, you basically own them in your system. Moving on to system, this is any type of font that's already downloaded to your actual physical system. So I go on free websites like dafont.com and download my own fonts, and those would be available for me to use here. Recent is just what it sounds like, any fonts that I've used recently, and I definitely don't use this feature enough, but I should, and it's the bookmark option. See that little tab in which I toggled is where you can actually save those. Now another option right here in this drop down menu, you can have different options when it comes to the different fonts that you're using. Some have different options like bold or italics. If you use any that are in the Cricut system, you can also change it to this writing option. If you choose to use a pen, this is great for that, because if you don't have a writing font and you actually change it, it's basically gonna look like a bubbled letter. You can see here exactly what I'm talking about. You'll also notice that it's still in the pen feature, so you'll have to go up here and change it to basic cut. Once I've done that, you can see the options are regular and bold for this specific font. There's 2 ways you can change the size. Right here, you can just change the size based off the number, or you can use the corner and shrink it or make it bigger, just like this. And this will tell you exactly what that size font is. If you want to adjust the letter spacing, you can just do that right here with this button, moving it further or closer together. Just like you did for the letter spacing, if you have an issue with your line spacing, you can change that right next to it, whether that's moving everything closer or further apart. And then right over here is the advanced feature. I cut it off a little bit, but if you want to separate the lines, do that there, and then you'll see that it's 2 separate text boxes. Now, if I wanted to do this for individual letters, I do the exact same thing and ungroup letters. And then from here, you'll notice that every single letter is its own individual text box. Now, I jumped around a little bit, but if you go back and you can select the image, you can see there's this alignment tab right here, left, center, right. Now the curve option can be finicky, so I'm starting over with a new text box, and you'll see that it's not grayed out and I'm able to use it. Make sure to save this video and follow along where we'll do the Cricut crash course day 6 next.